Hey, what's up? Yo, what's up? Hey everybody, this is FJOGR, and we are currently watching the Dolphins versus the Steelers. This is another Sports Goofs watch stream. We've got Madden NFL 98 for the Sega Genesis on screen here. So, all right, let's see what's going on with this. Configure joypads here. Um, okay. I mean, I guess there's not much of a not much to change when you have a Sega Genesis controller. So I guess we'll just put play now. We'll do a best of 5 here. Why not? And let's recreate this game that's in front of us right now. So we got the Dolphins and the Steelers. So let's see if we get the Steelers here. There they are. Let me press the C button. Okay. And we shall just put the computers. And let's see, quarter length. Put the full 15. Skill level, let's put them at Madden. Weather, let's put some snow in Pittsburgh, why not? Endurance, sure, we'll leave it on. And we'll start the game. Okay, so... Yikes. What a slip. Okay, so Chris Boswell is up. And he's got it. Just gets it in on that right upright. Alrighty. So, Steelers are not completely shut out here. Alright, so I'm just going to put the game on the screen, let the computers have at it, just like I did in the past 2 watch streams. Past 3 watch streams, actually. This is our 4th ever watch stream. So, actually, I should let the other guys know that I'm doing this. And, is that Pitbull? Oh, of course it is. All right. Of course it's Pitbull. Why did I have to, like, say or ask it? Of course it's Pitbull. It's Pitbull. So, yeah. Steelers. So, I was talking about this yesterday. This is Stephen A. Smith here. What is this? Basically, Steelers fans.
Having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This today is one of the
Okay, so some weird postings by Steelers fans right now as they cannot handle the Dolphins right now beating them. Well, it's not really that the Dolphins are beating the Steelers; it's that the Steelers are just sucking today. Well, no, the Dolphins' 2 drives for the touchdowns weren't bad, but it's just that. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this is. Oh my gosh. Roster reset. Yeah, dear lord. Oh, that is such a cool graphic there. Yeah. Look at all those draft picks for the Dolphins. I mean, they have most picks in first rounds of any team in 2020 and 2021. They're going for it. This is the big, hard reset. And honestly, I'm all for it. I've been all for it for a while now. And a lot of people, I mean, if the Dolphins have been stuck in perpetual mediocrity. So that's the reason why I want them to tank. That's that because they just have to get out of this cycle. Out of this cycle. So really there's really no other way I can see them. I mean, they haven't been able to hire the right personnel to do it in the past to try and take mediocre talent and middling talent and make them better. And and so really a hard reset is all they can do now. At this point, it's the one thing they haven't tried. They've spent money in free agency. That hasn't worked because, as people see in a lot of other sports, baseball, football, even hockey, sometimes baseball, football, hockey, and basketball. Well, no, basketball's a little different. Basketball, one player can turn around the entire fortunes of your team. It's more baseball, hockey, and football. You can have teams spend money, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to happen. See, in basketball, you can spend money on one really great player and things will turn around. But in those other sports where really, yes, one individual can change everything. That can be a quarterback in the NFL, a goaltender in hockey, or a great pitcher in baseball. But ultimately, they really cannot do it alone anyways. You can have a great goaltender, and yet his defense in front of him is awful, and he's getting scored on 6 times, even though a bad goalie would probably let in 12 goals in that sort of scenario. Same thing with the quarterback. Quarterback can throw for 4 touchdowns in the game, but if his defense is giving up 6, then what's the point? In baseball, a guy could be pitching a shutout on one side, or maybe just gives up a run in a start, and yet his team cannot hit for anything and still loses. So yeah, the hard reset here. So we're heading off to another. Wow, Pittsburgh. All right, let me put away some food that I have out here. I'm gonna put it away. 1 second. Ooh. Thursday night football, San Francisco versus, well, it's not really San Francisco. I was looking this up today. I don't know. For some reason, I just got into. It was kind of like a weird thing where I looked up. I saw like a. I forgot what I was looking up. I was looking up the Vegas Golden Knights game yesterday. So I started going down, um, the I don't know, this rabbit hole of some sort. Um, I saw that the Vegas Golden Knights, Pittsburgh actually looks really nice at night right now. I mean, the way that they have it there. Okay, so I was looking up the Vegas Golden Knights game against the Ducks. I was looking up the highlights, and then I started looking up the some news articles from when the Golden Knights were making their Stanley Cup run, and just how much Vegas was on board with the Golden Knights, and just completely fell in love with the team and hockey. And then I went to from there. I started looking up. There was like a in the search terms. There was a video in the search, and there are the Miami Dolphins we know and love. Just even though that was kind of like an unlucky thing, but that was kind of an unlucky thing, but yeah. Look at this. Is that Minka Fitzpatrick? Wow. Man. Oh boy. All right, well, that was a thing that happened. Okay. Let's keep going. So I was looking up the Vegas Golden Knights, and then I saw like a local news piece about the Vegas Golden Knights a few months ago were at like a city council meeting for Henderson, Nevada. And Henderson, Nevada, and that they were trying to build a state-of-the-art ice rink in Henderson. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But then, in like a training facility, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, well, I thought the Golden Knights already had a training facility, and they do. They have one in Summerlin, Nevada. So the thing is, Summerlin, Nevada is about like maybe 30 minutes west of the T-Mobile Arena where the Vegas Golden Knights do play, and then Henderson, Nevada is about 30 minutes kind of southeast of where the Golden Knights play. So it's, basically both are suburbs of Vegas. And I was like, okay, so they're going to build two facilities. Essentially, the Golden Knights are just trying to, now that they have this momentum, and they might as well completely engulf the Vegas and surrounding areas in hockey and in skating and figure skating, whatever. And so having two facilities like that will help in that sense, and it makes a lot of sense. Ooh, almost Dolphins almost had an interception there. Um, it makes a lot of sense to do that, to try and grow the sport in that way, especially now. Get these people hooked, get these people and their kids. You have to get a generation of hockey fans hooked on hockey now. That way, because at some point the Golden Knights will be bad. At some point they will be bad. This, well, really, this championship window that is open for them right now, and it is open, it has to end at some point, whether it's within the next 5 years, maybe even 10 years. I mean, it just depends. Really depends. But the Golden Knights have to seize this opportunity to um to take over the region. So I I think that was something that the Florida Panthers completely missed out on. The Florida Panthers missed out on this, and I think they're starting to do it now. There are ice rinks in South Florida. There have been some new ones that have been built since the Panthers started here, but for the most part, the rinks that are here were here before the Panthers were here, and the newest ones were built kind of way after the Panthers started here. And gosh, wow. And it looks like it's gonna go back by his reaction here. Ha 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 ha. Really? Wow. I don't see much of a push off, to be honest. I mean, he held his arm maybe a little too long. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that was enough push off there. Mike Tomlin's not happy about it. Anyways, the Panthers really they're gonna build a new practice facility in Fort Lauderdale. That's the new thing that they're doing. They have one in Coral Springs right now, but they're going to not abandon it. They'll still own it, but they're going to move their official team practice facility from Coral Springs to Fort Lauderdale, and it makes a lot more sense. There's a lot more people out there. It's in a, I guess, more foot traffic location, so I think it's part of the Panthers trying to build their base in Broward right now, because they really missed their shot of capturing all of South Florida for good. Back in the '90s, but they tried as hard as they could. Back then, things weren't the same as they are now, but the Golden Knights are doing it the right way. So I looked up that for some reason, and then I don't know what came over. Like, I don't know why I started looking this up. But I was starting to remember, like, the fact that I think I was looking up the fact that like, a lot of teams, like the San Francisco area, I started thinking about, like, how the 49ers don't play in San Francisco anymore. So the 49ers play at Levi's Stadium, which is in Santa Clara, California. And I looked up, Santa Clara, California is about an hour driving, I guess on a good day, south of San Francisco. Like, the the San Francisco 49ers are closer to the San Jose Sharks than they are to the San Francisco Giants, or the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors and the Giants are, I don't know, probably like 10 minutes or 5 minutes really separated. From you can walk down the street from one place to another. But the San Francisco 49ers are way outside of the city, like completely outside of San Francisco. I mean, I guess they're technically around the San Francisco Bay, but yeah, it was really, really Steelers fans are a complete disbelief right now. Does that Mason Rudolph? I don't know. Does he look like a? It looks weird. He's kind of like a mixture of what if Sidney Crosby and Mike Trout had a baby. That's what Mason Rudolph looks like. I don't know why I think that, but I just do. And oof. Get him! Get him! Third and 20. Ken Webster is down. 5'11", 201, is a rookie from Ole Miss. And he is hurting on the sidelines right now. Okay, so yeah, so the 49ers don't play anywhere near San Francisco. In fact, if you live in San Francisco and you're a football fan, you're closer to the Oakland Raiders than you are to the 49ers. The Raiders play about half an hour across the bridge from San Francisco. Now, of course, the Raiders are moving to Vegas, so it really doesn't matter. But if you're in the Bay Area, you got to go a long way to watch football now. So I was looking that up, and then I started looking, like I was zooming out of the map, and I saw like I was just looking at where teams, G League teams, like where certain G League teams were for certain other teams. So, like the Golden State Warriors Santa Cruz team is probably about an hour or so southwest of San Francisco, and oh gosh, oh no, oh no. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a touchdown, folks. Deontay Johnson. What the heck was that all about?
And it's good.
I mean, he just wide open field. Like, what the heck was that all about?
Oh, what a hit.
Oh boy. All right. 14-10.
First down.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, why would they have called this play? They should have just ran normally. They had 40 billion miles to go, and yet they blitz them. There's nobody covering, and the guy has a wide open field. Complete. Wow. Okay. That is Brian Flores learning how to be a head coach. That's more of that than anything else. Woof. That is a woof play call there, and they're not gonna do anything here.
First down. Set. 24.
Yeah, of course the vibes change on the Steelers sideline. Whoops. Sheesh, they woke up.
First down.
Okay, so we are heading into halftime here. We're heading into halftime here, and yeah, yeah.
Touchdown.
Holy crap! My sponsored messages work.
Green. And it's good. You'll remember that.
So yeah, I found a new revenue stream, everybody. But Sports Goofs is selling out. Sports Goofs is selling out. That's right, you heard me. Welcome everybody to Sports Goofs halftime show here. Um,
You'll remember that number.
okay, so gosh, Joe Flacco. Let's see, Mitchell Trubisky. He will remain the starter for Week 9 against the Eagles. Really?
44.
Are you for reals? Why? Just tank the season, Chicago. Just do it. Well, I mean, if you're trying to tank the season, you might as well keep starting him. Never mind. Never mind. But what the heck are they trying to do? Why would this... Oh, my gosh. Okay.
34.
Okay, so Theo Epstein had to assure that that their new manager Ross, who was their former catcher back in 2016, is not just a puppet. That is, ooh, people know when that's the case. Oh my gosh, being a, you know what? I don't know. I think just the fact that being a puppet. I mean, nobody wants to be a puppet, I think. Well, maybe some people do. Maybe that's your fetish. But nobody truly wants to be a puppet of another organization. I mean, if you really are a free thinker and somebody that wants to gauge what you want to do, I mean, you can't just let people tell you what to do all the time and just take everything in stride. Sometimes you have to stick up for yourself or stick up for or not just or have differing views. I mean, that's how good organizations, good businesses, good families, that's how they grow, you know? You can always have disagreements and you learn from them. But woof. Woof woof woof. Is that what the heck is going on here? Is that Jerome Bettis? It, is that Peyton Manning? Oh, he looks weird in that light. Did not look like him for a second. Okay. Okay. So that was a weird thing. I'm ahead of you guys, actually. I'm watching this on my TV screen here with my ESPN app. And you guys are getting the stream a little later than I am. How's this Dolphins and Steelers game going on in the Sega Genesis right now? Let me see how this is going.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Dolphins. The Dolphins and the Steelers. It is 16-13. The Dolphins have the ball. They're about to kick an extra point.
And it's good.
Okay.
Oh, what a hit.
Right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator for $276 a month.
All right. Let me share some of this.
34. First down.
Oh, okay. So let me see if I can hear the stream on my
34. 24.
on my phone just to do a sound test real quick.
Oh, what a hit.
Cash back and a $500 rewards card. Yes, now a $500 rewards card is yours when you choose either a super low lease on a new CHR or huge cash back. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
44. 34. 45. You'll remember that number.
Ugh, I hate this sometimes on the frickin'. I'm still getting used to these AirPods. So I got these AirPods for my birthday from my sister. And I think I have to configure them because I don't know, like I scratch my ear and it hangs up. Like I don't know. I just have to figure out how to work them. And sometimes they kind of desync with your phone. Like I know they're never gonna be perfect and everything, but it's just something I'm still getting used to. I still have my old headphones, my old Bluetooth headphones, which I'm using for my computer for these watch streams. But I still have my old headphones.
And it's good.
Battery life on them, you have to keep them charged. So I'm trying to make sure that when I'm not using them, I keep them charged frequently of these AirPods because you kind of if you leave them out not charged, they die. I guess fairly quickly. I don't know how many hours they usually last, but I I'm trying to think if they last longer than my old Bluetooth headphones. Now they're a little more advanced than the other ones, so that may be part of it. But I don't know. Gosh, the Dolphins, man. I don't know. Well, I became a fan of them when they were kind of that tail end of the of Dan Marino's career. In that those couple seasons that Jay Fiedler was the quarterback. But after that, things just kind of got worse. Jay Fiedler was the quarterback. Dave wants man, John Goodman looks old now. What is with ABC and all these family shows now? They have Blackish, they have Mixed-ish, they have Modern Family. They like there's way too many of them. They had the Goldbergs. They have that other one that I think that takes place in the 70s or something. They have I think there's another one where that chick and that guy are like moved to Nebraska or something like that. There's way too. They have American Housewife. Well, I actually like American Housewife, so I'm not gonna complain about that one. And then they have Single Parents. Like it's way too much ABC. There's like way too many of those shows of like families and things like that. I mean, there's only so many plots that you can have with regards to that. It's kind of. Is there like a new genre that they can try or something like that? Because I think that's the difference between like an ABC comedy because it's more Disney, more family oriented than it is like with like NBC. NBC did like 30 Rock and Seinfeld and Friends and well now they have Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It was on Fox, so now it's on NBC, and it kind of makes sense because of course Andy Samberg is an SNL guy, so usually all those SNL guys get their shows on. Is that the guy who sang Monday Night Football before that? He's back. Well, I guess Trump, Obama has been president. So they can bring him back. Yeah. I mean, the Are You Ready for Some Football song is a lot better than the. What was that? Who has the other song? Didn't they get like Kelly Clarkson or something like that? I think on Sunday Night Football they got Carrie Underwood or something, which I don't know. You need something more upbeat than not upbeat. No, her song's upbeat, but like more. I have no idea, man. Like when I think of football, I don't think of a woman singing the song. Now, it's not because I don't think women aren't tough or anything like that, because believe me, women are tough. But it doesn't match the tone for football. Football, I'm thinking of more like a rock type of tune or more of a hip hop type of tune than anything else. Like hockey is more like metal, like death metal, that type of thing.
And it's good.
And basketball is more like a hip hop pop type of thing. And then baseball, I don't even know what baseball music. I don't know. I don't know. I guess baseball is rock, but I can also see some Latin influence there as well.
He'll remember that number.
When to throw the football and where to throw the football. I didn't think that we came out short. Threw one down the sideline to Juju Smith-Schuster. And then, what really made him going at the end of the half, a one-on-one route, Miami all-out blitzes, and Deontay Johnson makes the pay.
Set.
Is that going to be?
Why did they go for an all-out blitz
25.
when they were 3rd and 20? It made no sense unless they were trying to like really get the ball back. It didn't make sense. I think they got a little cocky. That or the tank. The tank knows no bounds. Because Brian Flores, maybe there's some orders. Hey guys, you know, hey, they're doing a little too well. You might have coached them up a little too much there. Might have to call a horrible play here.
Set. Red.
So Doug and I are texting right now about this game, and you know, he's saying the tank is too strong to be contained, and I'm saying maybe Flores was surprised at how well they started, and he needed a bad play in order to feed the tank. And we have a tie game on the simulation game between the Steelers and the Dolphins.
Set. 25. 44. And it's good.
So that play action pass was good. So we got Rudolph coming here, and
Oh, what a hit.
actually I haven't even commented this, but Mason Rudolph looks like if Sidney Crosby and Mike Trout had a baby.
There's a flag on the play. Set. 26. 5. 44. Incomplete. Set. 34. Hut. Red. Hut.
What a run. 17 yards.
Set.
You know, the offense hasn't been bad. It's been the defense today. Now, the play calling I think it kind of blew the wind out of their sails a bit.
Set.
So that's what kind of disappoints me.
36. 30. Hut.
So I kind of underthrew that one from Rudolph.
And it's clear tonight, with Mason Rudolph being a little off, he got the fullback in the game. They're bringing the extra offensive lineman, number 72, Zach Banner, in. They're starting to hammer a little bit. Now,
Set.
as Mason comes,
5.
can he make a good
30.
decision?
6. 20. Push. Incomplete.
Okay. Penalty is declined. Okay.
Set. 30.
So 3rd and 7. 14 to 10.
That was a great catch.
You know, I like how. You see, before, I remember a long, long time ago, they used to put the sports graphics on the,
Set.
on the top of the screen. Now, it used to be just like a square or a rectangle in the top left corner, or maybe even top right corner of the screen. And then it became all elongated on the top of the screen, but not completely at the top. And now ESPN has moved theirs to the bottom, and I like it on the bottom more than anything else. I do. I do. So,
Set. 36. 24. 46. Incomplete.
so, and by the way, everybody, you guys can build, expand, defend, and rule as the Shogun, deploy units, and explore the bamboo forest in the next evolution of Kingdom. So, Sports Goofs, sponsored by Kingdom. So, thank you everybody for joining us for this stream here. Yes, Sports Goofs has sold out. We have sold out, but thanks to all these wonderful video game companies, we are able to bring you this content here. We're expanding our repertoire of content here on Sports Goofs as we play old. Oh, that is no good. No good. So the Dolphins remain in. Well, I mean, they would have remained in the lead even if he made that, but they still have a 4-point lead, and still a chance the Dolphins can do something on offense to give them some breathing room here, or they can fall weak to the temptations of the tank. A jack-o'-lantern large thin crust pizza. All right, Papa John's. That sounds like a Shaquille O'Neal type of idea. You know, is that a Shaq idea? Because that sounds like something Shaq would have came up with. Like, yeah, you know what would be cool? It'd be cool if it'd be cool if we had pizza but with pumpkins. No pumpkins. Let's make it the shape of pumpkin. Because I don't like pumpkins. Pumpkins taste weird. Yeah. Hey, Chuck, you don't have a pizza company. Chuck. That was probably how that conversation went. Anyways. Modern, of course. You know, Modern Family. They're taking advantage of their. I'm assuming that Charles is watching Monday Night Raw. I'm assuming that's why he hasn't joined me for this stream here. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No problem, Charles. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see you on Wednesday when we really do our goof stream. Build, expand, rule as the Shogun. Deploy new units and explore the bamboo forest in the next evolution of Kingdom, baby. That's how we do on Sports Goo. We are now sponsored. And I mean, this is the first. This is like really. I mean, we already have a patron. We're doing this now. Like, it's growing, man. It is growing. Sports Goofs is growing. So, thank you everybody for joining us. So I think you can even put like, wow, interesting.
And it's good.
I'm still trying to figure everything out with this, but I'm actually pretty happy with the results. Now that we have a sponsorship. Thanks to Lutz, by the way, guys. Click on the link below if you're on either Twitch or YouTube, and we also have our mixer and our Smashcast link to this to Lutz, Lutz.com. Go over there, go show support for all of these video game companies. Video games are one of the big reasons why I'm even doing this type of thing. If it wasn't for video games, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. I wouldn't have started a second YouTube channel. So yeah, so let's see what's going on here. So we have 27-26 between the Dolphins and the Steelers on the Sega Genesis. In the game in front of us, it is 14-10, and Ryan Fitzpatrick getting tackled by J.J. Watt's brother. So 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 right now. Fitzpatrick. And here we go. And a big pass, and it's going to get intercepted, isn't it?
And it's good.
And Minka Fitzpatrick. Interception on... Oh my gosh, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, really.
Oh, what a hit.
What? what an awful... Wow, he just flung it out there. There were like 4 Steelers around the ball.
34, 26.
Oh, that is the Ryan Fitzpatrick experience.
Now that's concentration.
Oh my goodness, to no end. Oh gosh, that is funny. That's funny. That is really funny. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much.
24, 44.
Ooh, that is Dolphin. I mean, luck. If I have to say, luckily, I think that actually turned out a lot better than a punt. That turned out a lot better than a punt. Because a punt might not have been right there, because I think they got him around like the 2 or 3 yard line. So it was already 3rd and 10, and might as well throw it. It's safer than a punt. Oh gosh.
And it's good.
Oh boy. Oh, Dolphins. Bucks and Celtics on Wednesday. Clippers and Jazz. Actually, that reminds me. Let's take a look at the scoreboard now. As we'll take a look around the league. Game 6 of the World Series is tomorrow. The Astros can win the World Series tomorrow. They are at home, and the Nationals are nowhere to be found, really, in a sense. because they have completely disappeared since they left Houston. Maybe they're back in Houston. Maybe they're all the way back there and they'll win the next 2 games. But they have not shown up at all. So that's baseball, well, in action as of now. Oh gosh, the Panthers have started their game, and they're already losing 1-0 to the Vancouver Canucks. The early game today. There's only 2 games for the NHL today, and the Panthers are one of them. The Buffalo Sabres lost to the Arizona Coyotes, but they got a point, so they will continue with their lead of the Atlantic Division with 20 points, now 6 points ahead of the Florida Panthers. Panthers played last night, so they have some tired legs. Canucks are on a power play with less than a minute left on it, and we'll see if the Panthers have some energy to pick this up. Panthers are on a massive point streak as of now. They've gotten points in let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row, trying to stretch it to 9, and hopefully they do. Hopefully they can keep stretching this. Hopefully it's just some tired legs. It's late for them. Gosh darn it, the Dolphins' defense is, and they're kind of, the Steelers are frustrating them right now, and the Dolphins are playing into that. So that's okay. So there was a holding play, so that's gonna come back. So still first down, but it's gonna come all the way back. All right, so that works out for the Dolphins there. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's NHL action. Not much NHL action for tonight, but there's a lot of NBA action. So let's take a look at that. So far today, the Pistons beat the Pacers. Pacers are winless so far this season. And let's see what's going on here. Deep pass, and that gets dropped. It got tipped a little bit there, so good play there. All right, the New York Knicks won their first game, defeating the Chicago Bulls. So somebody had to win that game. The Knicks did, so they got their first win. The 76ers remain undefeated and defeated the Atlanta Hawks. Joel Embiid with 35 points. And give me a second. I'm going to have to put this on.
Just playing tight man-to-man coverage. The thing I like, he turns around and has vision of the ball. So now he can play the ball and not play through the hands of the receiver, but as a receiver and play the ball. Nice job by Rowe.
20. There's a flag on the play.
20, pressure off the edge. Able to get it and get it complete. As he finds James Washington. But just in time was Mason Rudolph with that release. 21 yards.
45. 30.
First down.
And it's good.
Here comes Needham off the edge. Maybe his best throw of the night, though, Des. He stood in the pocket, and he knew he was going to get hit. And he planted his back foot, and he stepped up. Look how he stepped up and drove that football in there. He hadn't been doing that so far tonight. That was good mechanics and a good throw by Mason Rudolph. College teammates hooking up as pros here. 7 times they have done that. Had all the great plays at Oklahoma State. Now pros with the Steelers as being physical, turnovers on defense, trying to get back to playing that type of football.
James Conner's coming up on 100 yards, sitting there 15 carries for 96.
34.
Here he is, bounces it.
Interception.
I like the turnover because it creates momentum. You can sense some momentum right now.
Yes, you can see the Steelers are playing,
Offside.
bouncing their step. They're running the football. Connor with the nice cut coming outside there. The ball may have been on the 3-yard line regardless, but it's just something about that mentality when you create a turnover. Everybody in the sideline got going. The momentum has changed here in Pittsburgh.
Offside.
And now
First down.
Second and 2. And he threw it low for McDonald, who had to come back to make the catch. That'll move the chains, but it could have been more if he had him in stride.
Set. 20. Incomplete.
Didn't step into that one that time. And that's what you see in young quarterbacks a lot. They all have the big arm, but their mechanics are very inconsistent. When their mechanics are inconsistent, they are inconsistent.
Set. 25. 44. Red. Hut.
Big blow for the Miami defense is Xavier Howard not
Incomplete.
Jr. gets the carry. By far the best defensive back. 7 interceptions last year and opened up this game with a pickoff. They're without Rashad Jones. They're starting a strong safety as well. He's dealing with a chest injury, so they
Set.
are
35.
in the defensive
40.
backfield. And Ken Webster, the rookie out of Florida,
Now that's concentration.
return. So a thinned out defensive back end now for Miami.
Set. 24.
Second and 6. Rudolph took a big hit that time as he is ridden out. That's a loss of 2. Remember Rudolph said, hey, I want to go out there and be physical. Show everybody I can handle it.
Well, he wanted it. He certainly got hit there. He'll make it there.
All right, so, oh gosh, I mean this game,
You'll remember that number.
the Steelers, they're looking way better now. It's either they're looking way better or the Dolphins are just looking worse. As a Dolphins fan, I'm gonna lean towards the fact that they're looking worse.
25.
Because Dolphins are just going to dolphin. That's just what they do. So let's see. Rudolph with all of the time in the world to find his man. Luckily, that wasn't much of a play there. Phoenix, Utah Jazz. Oh yeah, I was looking at the NBA score here. So let's see.
You'll remember that number.
So the Jazz and the Suns are just started playing right now. It's 12-8 right in the first quarter. Let's see. Earlier I was saying the 76ers defeated the Hawks in a very close game, 105-103. The Atlanta Hawks they're looking better. They are looking better. They're gonna, and there's a touchdown for the Steelers. Gosh darn it. All right. Here's the second half Dolphins that we know and love. Of course. Of course. All right. So, Dolphins are losing now. But I guess that's to be expected. I can't be surprised by it. They look good in those uniforms, though. So if they're going to lose, they might as well look good while they're losing. All right. The Raptors, 3-1. Pascal Siakam with 24 points. He's looking good as the brand new face of hope for the for the Raptors, now that Kawhi is left, the Magic losing and are 1-2. We've got a good one out in Houston between the Thunder and the Rockets. Actually, I want to see what the box score is for that game. So, let's see. For the Thunder, Chris Paul has 13 points in his return to Houston since he was traded for Russell Westbrook. Yeah, and Gallinari's got 17 points. Schroeder's got 22 points. He's playing 32 minutes right now. So it's 103-106, 3-point game. For Houston, let's say James Harden has 34 points and Russell Westbrook has 20 points. Clint Capella with 15. PJ Tucker with 14. Yeah. Eric Gordon has 10. And we'll see how that game finishes out in Houston. But the Thunder, they're fighting. They're fighting there. It's 107-108 now. So Rockets pulling ahead. Still plenty of time left for the Thunder, but it's a game of possessions at this point, and yeah. All right, heading back here to the box score. So, the Milwaukee Bucks defeating the Cavaliers big time, 129-112. Giannis with a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Not really much for him to try too hard against the Cavs. So, Chris Middleton with 21 points in that game. Okay. George Hill with 19 points in that game. So, all right. Moving on, the Warriors looking like they're about to actually just got their first win as they've defeated the New Orleans Pelicans 134-123 out in New Orleans. So the Pelicans remain winless, and it's kind of frustrating for them, isn't it? Because they've got to believe that they would have a much different looking team if Zion Williamson was playing. There's a very real chance that if he was playing, he might be affecting the outcomes of these really close games that they've been playing since the start of the season. But we won't see him for 2 months. The Pelicans are just gonna have to hold on or just be content with not making the playoffs this season and making the most out of developing Zion the rest of the season, because he's going to have to get used to the NBA. Even LeBron didn't make the playoffs in his first season coming out of high school. The San Antonio Spurs up 91-78 on the Trailblazers out in San Antonio. Beautiful city, by the way. San Antonio, beautiful city. Really nice. I don't know why some people trash the city, but they've got a nice spot there. It's not. You know, if you're somebody that's used to more of a hustle and bustle, like in Chicago or L.A. or New York, then I live in Miami, so there is hustle and bustle here as well. So, but at San Antonio, it's a good city. It's a good spot. If you ever go, man. Jeez, the Riverwalk itself. I think, who was it? I think Charles Barkley said it was like a creek or something. Now, I think he was exaggerating. Maybe he's had some bad experiences as a player going to San Antonio, but it's not a creek. It's a nice river. I'm not thinking of something that's, like the Colorado River. We don't want something like that going about. But San Antonio is a nice a nice city. I really enjoyed it the last time I was there, and I've actually spent some pretty good times in San Antonio. Now that I think about it. Sorry. All right, so out in Sacramento, the Nuggets and the Kings. Kings looking to try and get their first win here. They're winless as well. The Dolphins have had 21 different starting quarterbacks since Dan Marino, third most in the NFL. No Pro Bowl QB since 1995, which is also Dan Marino. And there he is watching the game. He's from Pittsburgh. I saw him at the Dolphins at the Florida Panthers game when the Penguins were in town. He was there. So Dan Marino still, I'm sure he's still like a Pens fan. Somewhere deep inside there, he's probably a Pirates fan. And oh, dear Lord, I feel so sorry that I just looked down at the Panthers score. It is 4-1, and it is still the first period. Yikes. Brian Boyle with another goal at least. So that's something. He's got 2 now on the year since the Panthers have signed him. But I'm going to assume Sammy Montembeau is in net since Bobrovsky and did he get it? Since Bobrovsky started last night against the Oilers. So it's 4th and 1 now. Dolphins, as Ryan Fitzpatrick went for it there. Okay, so let's see. And Fitzpatrick takes it again himself. And he's got it. He's got it. Fitzpatrick can move, man. Way to go. All right, so I'm very sorry that I saw the Panthers game score right now. But kind of not as disappointed because they had a really good win last night against the Oilers. And it's the second of a back-to-back on a very long West Coast trip. So, and the Canucks are at home. So we'll see. We'll see how things go from here. Okay. So we're going into the 4th quarter now for this Dolphins game. Let's see the NFL scores from yesterday. Since did I go through them yesterday? I think I did. Especially at the end of the World Series there. So yeah, I already went through these. So I don't have to go through these again. I did that yesterday. Let's see. You know what? Let's go deeper. Deeper, yes. Let's go deeper into the So the NBA G League has yet to start their season. So season actually starts November 8th. Season starts November 8th. So the G League has yet to start. So let's move away from that. Let's take a look at the American Hockey League. Because there's no other minor league play going on outside of that. So right now, let's take a look at the scores for. And God, this app is awful. For and there's no games on tonight in the American Hockey League. So there's some for tomorrow. and a bunch for Wednesday. But there are no games for tonight. So no AHL games for tonight, everybody. Let's take a look at the ECHL. Their website is also structured the same as the AHL. And they don't have any games for tonight. So we're just going to have to... Alright, so we have very little hockey action in the professional ranks. Okay. Okay, so the Steelers are challenging whether Ryan Fitzpatrick got the first down here. And I'm waiting for these guys to display the replay. As we're just looking at the face of the ref, the head ref, right now. Steelers, let's see. I didn't even see that graphic ESPN had. Can they show the replays, please? Can they show so we can look at it and try and analyze it and that type of stuff? Or is that like an NFL thing where they're not? I mean, they have it there on the big screen on in Pittsburgh. As Fitzpatrick's looking like he's having a good time. He's smiling there. Look at that. Look at that big old smile through that big giant beard. Okay. Okay.
You'll remember that number.
Okay, so they're gonna bring out the chains to see if they got it.
First down.
Boy, this is taking a lot of time, and the fourth quarter hasn't even gotten underway.
Flag on the play.
Oh boy. So what are they trying to figure out?
Well, right now, they had moved the chains based on the first down ruling, which means everything gets reset for a 1st and 10.
So are they trying to figure out where the guys were before they set it for 1st and 10?
That was a great catch.
We have microchips and shoulder pads. Can we stop with metal sticks and chain links in this sport? Why do we have? We could laser
So he's short.
field here and speed this up. We're moving that way. You may be talking a little bit quicker than everybody else, but we got Hawkeye in tennis.
So we're short.
We should be able to do that here.
So the Dolphins are short. So he missed it.
Oh, what a hit.
Everybody just start clapping as we can see if the ball's in.
Okay. And Brian Flores is furious right now. Wow.
First down.
It will be Pittsburgh's ball, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh will not be charged with a timeout. 18 seconds on the game clock. There are 18 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Uh,
The fourth quarter, well, guess what? We're not after that. But you do get Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt.
Touchdown.
okay. So Dolphins lose possession. So the Steelers have the ball. Have pretty good field position to start out. And likely a touchdown will seal this game. Wait a second. Is it the 3rd quarter all over again?
Upset with the way things went there, and there are 18 seconds remaining. Back in the 3rd quarter, we went into the time machine.
So we just moved back in time? I didn't know NFL referees could turn time back like that. What is this? So, oh boy. So, okay. So now the Steelers just ran the ball and they're going to let the clock run and going into the 4th quarter. And we're going to have another 4th quarter break? I would think so, right? I mean, this is the NFL. Okay, everybody, let's go to commercial. That's the end of the 3rd quarter all over again. And they are going to go to commercial. Oh, gosh. Are they? They put away the... Oh, did he just give them the middle finger? Did Brian Flores just flick off the refs? Okay, they didn't go to commercial. They didn't go to commercial. I thought they would. He's trying to get their attention, and now, okay, they're coming on over. All right. Okay. He's trying to get an explanation as to what the heck happened there. Okay, so now it's 5-1. As the Canucks are just peppering. I'm going to assume what. Okay, it looks like.
And it's good.
It looks like Sammy Montembeau has been pulled by Coach Q. So Sergei Bobrovsky is in. He has an 800 save percentage, by the way. So it's not looking good. I don't even know why. Now is at 667 save percentage.
Remember that number.
I don't know why Coach Q has put in Bobrovsky. I don't see what's the point. But I it's Coach Q. I'm trying not to, you know. Gosh. A reminder that the Canucks gave up a 5-1 lead last game, and that is true. But that was the Washington Capitals. And it's looking like, the Boston Celtics have leaked their City Edition unis for this year. And it looks very, very Celtic-y, very Irish, very Gaelic. There we go. And yeah, okay, and I guess the green is the green that they use, but I guess the photo or the filter that it's on here makes it look like it's a different color. Alright, that's not... Okay. It's not too egregious. Not too egregious.
Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. Would be first down.
You know, every game boils down to 2, 3, 4.
Alright, Mason Rudolph with a big pass here, and there's the in-depth. And there's the pass interference. And, yeah.
Pass interference. Defense number 20. Incomplete.
Okay, so this woman tweeted Mina Kimes, not even sure. Well, regardless, she just tweeted that big huge Steelers play that got them to the 10 points. That if you didn't understand the Dolphins play call, here it is, and it's basically a giant tank in the middle of it. So kudos on that one. That one's a great one. That's a great one, Mina. Fantastic.
Touchdown. And it's good.
All right, so also the Astro Gaming headset, everybody. It's a great headset.
What a hit.
It's comfort, it's durability, it's high quality audio, it's customization or customizability? I guess that's a word. Well, all of those all of those are one of the reasons why I use it. So please check it out. Check it out on the link right there in the comments. Sports Goose, everybody. Sports Goose. Sponsored by the Astro Gaming A40TR headset. Go and check it out. We at the Goofs, we have PCs, we have PlayStation 4s, we have Nintendo Switches, we have Sega Genesis. So, and that's not a touchdown. That is not a touchdown. Now, did he lose the ball? His elbow's down.
And it's good.
So they count it as a touchdown. All right, so I think the Dolphins can just proceed to keep on losing here, right?
Oh, what a hit.
As the football game on the screen here is 53-53. And wow, Linda Cohn looks old. She's got the old lady arms. Oh, she's got the old lady forearms on. Gosh darn it, wow. Okay. Wow. I mean, I don't watch ESPN, so I don't watch SportsCenter. I don't watch that. I just watch ESPN only when a game that I care about is on. So yeah, Andrew. So much for the Dolphins winning. Well, I mean, we all kind of knew. That that's what things, that's where things were gonna head up. And by the way, Andrew, Sports Goofs has sold out. We are now selling our chat for ad space, so it's just to get a little revenue there. What universe is this? The Tank Bowl continues. That is right. This could have been a Tank Bowl if the Steelers had any incentive to tank, but they don't because they traded their draft pick to the Dolphins. As Charles has commented on our Sports Goofs group chat here. Well, I guess I can start looking towards the next week. So next week for the Dolphins. We are, if I can get this. I mean, the NFL app needs to find a better way to scroll between the weeks. Ooh, this will be interesting. So it looks like we're going to have a Tank Bowl, everybody. The Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets from Hard Rock Stadium. 1 o'clock, November 3rd. So we do have a Tank Bowl. Is there any other Tank Bowls going on during that week? Nope. So we're going to have a Tank Bowl between the Jets and the Dolphins. Ooh. Gosh. You know, I had said before the season started, I kind of wish the Dolphins would go 2-14, and the two victories would be against Adam Gase and the Jets. I still feel that way. I still think that if the Dolphins are going to do this, like, I feel like it would be more satisfactory if the Dolphins went 2-14 and that was good enough to be the worst team in the league, and the Jets were like 3-13, just missing out, and yet they would still be considered worse than the Dolphins, especially with all those draft picks the Dolphins are going to have for the next two seasons. Now, whether the Dolphins can do anything with them, that's a whole other question. Because all this tanking does no good if they just keep picking bad players, which is what they've been doing for the longest of times. Anyways. Gosh. Okay, so they're running the ball. The guy gets the first down. Okay. I mean, we don't have Kenyon Drake anymore, so there's no... I mean, just the Dolphins have really sold off pretty much all of their assets. And of course, the NFL trading deadline is, let's see. So let me go to tankathon.com real quick. NFL trading deadline is tomorrow. So that's probably why the Dolphins unloaded Kenyon Drake. Might as well get some inquiring minds want to know whether we have a show tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm prepping for a case that I have on Wednesday. So likely, if our show is going to be on any day, it'll be on Wednesday once again. So we've been... so we'll throw it on Wednesday, guys. Okay. So Sports Goofs Wednesday.
And it's good.
And don't worry, I think fairly soon we're gonna have a much more steady schedule because I'll have a lot of free time. Anyways, let's see. Dolphins 2nd and 13.
Oh, what a hit.
And yep. Oh gosh. All right, so let's see. The Tank Bowl will be the Jets versus the Dolphins next week, so I can't wait to see what Tree has in store for that. If anybody hasn't seen, I mean, we might as well. I mean, if we can find a set date, Wednesday might be the best day. And of course, I'm hoping to keep these watch streams a thing where we can at least we have our main show, and then at least once per week we can sit down and join in, and we can watch a game, whether it's football or basketball or hockey. And well, baseball is going to end. I'm going to say it's going to end tomorrow. I don't see the Nationals. I don't see the Nationals coming back to life anytime soon. You know? They just look completely off. Like if they have no mojo, I think maybe the only thing that they're hoping for is that they left all their mojo back in Houston, because they completely abandoned it in DC. All right, so Fitzpatrick scrambling here, and wow. I mean, you gotta hand it to Ryan Fitzpatrick. He makes the games exciting. He keeps you engaged. I mean, the game's not totally out of reach. There's still like 9 minutes left. If the Dolphins can kind of get it together and score a touchdown here, they can make it a They can be within a field goal, possibly of, and then fudging noodles. They just gave up a fumble. What the fudge? Are you kidding me? Oh man, what is this? God, you got. Oh my. Oh my. The Dolphins. The Dolphins, everybody. The Miami frickin' Dolphins. Oh boy. Oh gosh.
And it's good.
This is real life. This is a football team. This is a professional football team. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh, what a hit.
You've got to be kidding me. This is bad. Oh boy. I am so glad that I am fully on board with this tank. I am so glad because there's no other way that there are Dolphins fans that are taking this seriously and are upset. And those people are morons. You have to look at this as a season-long comedy. You just have to look at it and laugh. The Miami Dolphins are awful. And they do hilarious things on the field. They do. And you just have to laugh. So, yeah. Yeah, Freddie. They're an alleged professional football team. I mean, there's always that question that everybody posits when you have a truly awful team like the Dolphins are right now, or even the Cincinnati Bengals, and you look at the college ranks, and it's like some people really do question, could LSU or Alabama, if you put them on the same field as these guys, could they give them a run for their money? Like, there's always that question. And, of course, it's never going to get answered. It's never going to get answered. And, actually, there's no mud on the field. I mean, the Steelers' field is actually pretty well kept this time around. I don't even know if that's real grass. Oh, no, that's real grass. That guy has a chunk of it on his helmet right now. That's real grass. Okay. And of course Temple plays on that field as well. So it does get used up. That was pretty funny. Look at that face full of turf. He should have left it on. It kind of looked like Ryan Fitzpatrick's beard a little bit. Oh, there's cutting right to Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's pretty funny. I like that. All right, Monday Night Crew. You guys are having fun with this awful football team on the other side. That's okay. That's how I like it. And Mason Rudolph, going for the jugular there. He just overthrew it. Okay, so I posited the question, or I posited the thought, really. I think Mason Rudolph really looks like if Sidney Crosby and Mike Trout had a baby, that's what their baby would look like. He looks like both of them smashed together. I don't know if anybody's ever made has ever had this thought, but he looks like that. And I don't know if there's like an app where I can kind of see if that is the same case. Okay, he's going for the jugular again and just slightly overthrew it this time. Slightly. Ooh, but it's 3rd and 20 now. 3rd and 20 now. All right. Now, the last time the Steelers had a 3rd and 20, they proceeded to score a touchdown. So, I don't know. You know. Okay, so his average throw distance is 6.5 yards. That's 30th out of 33 quarterbacks so far this season. And tonight he's averaged 14 yards. So, yeah, that's the Dolphin factor for you. You know, they'll make a lot of teams look good in a lot of different categories there. All right, but Steelers can't do anything here. They're heading back. 8:06 left. It's still gosh, it's still not completely out of reach for the Dolphins. But of course, the Steelers would have to be really, really awful down the stretch in order for them to even to lose this game here. A lot of times being killed right now for the punter. 20 seconds. Might as well run. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. He's gonna kick it. Get it off here. There's clock running. All right, and that's enough of that. And headed back here, and no, just go down, dude. Just go down. Okay. Anyways, heading back here. Let's take a look at NBA scores. Actually, let's take a look towards the future. And we'll probably cover some stuff heading into Sports Goofs number 40. Actually, there's still and of course and once again, everybody, Sports Goofs is sponsored by the Astro Gaming A40TR headset. Comfort, durability, high quality audio. It's customizable. Go and get it. You know, Sports Goofs. We are gamers here. We enjoy our video games, our PlayStation 4s, our PCs, and our Nintendo Switches, and of course, retro games such as here Madden 98 on the Sega Genesis. So thank you everybody for watching Sports Goofs, and thank you to Astro for your headset. Anyways, let's take a look at Week 10 in college football here. A Throwback Thursday thing on the blog. Yeah, so and that's kind of what was reminding me of looking to Week 10 of college football now that Freddie's here. Wednesday we'll see if the World Series is over. I would like to do our baseball spectacular because we were supposed to do it earlier before the playoffs started, but I wanted to do a kind of complete wrap up of the Major League season. I know that we had thought of it and planned it, but we'll yeah, of course we're selling out, man. That's the way. That's what we do. That was the whole plan of Sports Goofs all along. I wanted to sell out. The first chance we got. All right, so Thursday, Baylor, 7-0 Baylor, number 12, facing off against West Virginia. That's on Thursday. We have Georgia Southern versus Appalachian State, number 20 Appalachian State. They are also undefeated. We have Wake Forest, 6-1 Wake Forest versus NC State on Saturday. We got Michigan, 6-2, facing off against Maryland. Then we got, we have a dead football program in Nebraska facing off against Purdue. We have Boston College versus Syracuse. We got UTSA, so San Antonio versus Texas A&M. Houston faces off against Andrews UCF Knights. I was gonna say Golden Knights, so I almost slipped up there, Andrew. I almost slipped up. So don't worry. Just the UCF Knights there. All right. Anyways, Virginia Tech facing off against number 16 Notre Dame. People finally seeing Notre Dame for the frauds that they are. TCU facing off against OK State. Kansas State coming off their huge victory over Oklahoma will face off against Kansas. Then we got a good one here, Georgia versus Florida. And as a Seminoles fan, I wholeheartedly agree. Go Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs. Number 9, Utah faces off against the Huskies up in Washington. I don't even know who this is, but this is Wofford. It sounds like a culinary institute of some sort. And they're facing off against number 4, Clemson, but we'll see what happens there. I'm sure Andrew or Freddie can give us more insight on on who Wofford is and what they are and who their mascot is. All right, Ole Miss facing off against Auburn. Then we got Cincinnati against East Carolina. Against East Carolina there. Virginia versus North Carolina. SMU, undefeated SMU, facing off against 7-1 Memphis. That should be a fun time. We got number 7 Oregon going off to LA to the Coliseum to face off against the Trojans. And then we got Boise State going against San Jose State up in San Jose. I think they're the Bulldogs. Actually, let's use these fancy phones that we got here to figure out what the heck they are. Wofford College. Okay, let's take a look. Where are they? When are they? And how are they? The Wofford College Terriers. Their school colors are old gold, black, and gold. Okay. Let me just type that in there. Wofford College Athletics. So Andrew was kind of close there. They are a dog of some sort. The Wofford Terriers. They're wow. Okay, their logo is could use some improvement. And let's see. So football program. I mean, what are they, like an FCS school? I'm assuming they are, right? I'm assuming they are. Hold on, let's take a look at their football program here. All right, so the men's sports include baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, rifle, soccer, track and field, tennis, and their women's teams are basketball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, rifle, soccer, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. Okay. First off, where is this thing? Like, where are they? They are in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So that's probably why they're facing off against Clemson. They're right down the street. Okay. So yeah, the Steelers are pretty much all but put this game away. And yeah. Oh gosh. You know, good thing I'm ignoring this. And so yeah, one of the better SoCon teams, but the SoCon is like the ACC of the FCS. So
He'll remember that number.
okay, that kind of gives me an idea of that, at least this year. Alrighty. Yeah, and I was looking at some minor league action. There's no, I mean, the G League hasn't started yet. There's no AHL nor ECHL games today for some reason. There's nothing scheduled. There's only 2 NHL games, and the Panthers are getting spanked up the wazoo by the Canucks right now, so I'm ignoring that. Yeah, it's going to be a double whammy for me today, as both the Dolphins and the Panthers are going to lose.
And it's good.
The Panthers won yesterday, so I'm okay with that. And let's see, a bunch of basketball games are finishing up here. Now that we're getting late, and we're pretty much getting just the West Coast games. Of the games that I saw, okay, the Rockets ultimately did beat the Thunder. And let's see, the Spurs did beat the Trailblazers. And we just have the West Coast games. The Hornets are doing the LA swing, and they lost yesterday to the Lakers, and they're losing, or actually they're up 1 point against the Clippers right now. The Sacramento Kings are actually up on the Denver Nuggets right now at the half, and the Jazz are beating the Suns at the half as well. So that's all that's left in the NBA, just the West Coast games. The ACC minus Clemson. Actually, Andrew, you are correct in that. Well, actually, hold on. Let's take a look at the top 25. I want to go back and look at that because I haven't paid attention to it. Give me a second. So, as far as the AP rankings right now, we got LSU number 1 over Bama, Ohio State at 3, Clemson at 4, and Penn State at 5. Then we got Florida, 6, Oregon, Georgia, Utah, and Oklahoma at 10. At 10. And then we have Auburn, Baylor, Minnesota, Michigan, SMU at 15. Then Notre Dame, who fell out of the teams in the top 25, they fell down the most, 8 spots, and they're at 16. Cincinnati, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Appalachian State at 20. Then Boise State, Kansas State, Wake Forest, Memphis, and San Diego State at 25 of the teams here. The team that made the biggest jump this week is Michigan. At least the teams in the top 25. They moved up 5 spots, and in turn, Notre Dame went down 8 spots. So there's that. And yeah, ACC doesn't have much love here. We got Clemson and Wake. So that's it. All right.
Interception.
The coaches poll still has Alabama at number 1. And they dropped Notre Dame 9 spots, but still at 16. So and Michigan also still the team that jumped the most. They went up 5, and also Texas went down 9 spots. So they remain at 24. Actually, they are at 24. Not that they remain. They are at 24 here. Yeah, Texas is not even seen on the AP poll, but the coaches poll still has them. What the heck is going on in this football game? Not even sure. Dolphins are in Steelers territory. I mean, not that it matters. I mean, the Dolphins can get like a token touchdown to at least say, oh, we were within one score of the Steelers.
First down.
Ugh.
Green. 45.
Yeah. Well, and they should have. Once again, like the frauds that they are. Like the frauds that they are. All right. They were finally exposed to the world. So, yeah. Man, these Steelers fans really do believe the Steelers can come back and do this. I mean, okay, they're showing the next 5 games: the Colts, the Rams, the Browns, the Bengals, and the Browns again. I mean, they should win that game against the Bengals, and they could win those 2 games against the Browns. So that's 3 victories right there. To include this one here, which will put them at 3 and what are they, 3 and 5 or? What's the Steelers' record right now? I know they have 2 wins, but I don't know how many losses they have. Okay, so they are 2 and 4, so that would put them at 3 and 4. 3 more victories, possibly be at 6 and 4, and then the Rams and the Colts. There's a good chance they could, if they play well enough, they could split that and be back at 500, I guess, or at least be a game ahead. And why are there Dolphins fans in Pittsburgh? Why did they show up? Who goes? If you're a Dolphins fan, why are you showing up to these places? We are supposed to be in hiding. Okay? We are supposed to be in hiding or in South Florida where we can't hide. But if you're a Dolphins fan, why would you go to an away game right now? Even if this is, I mean, because like the Dolphins don't face the Steelers all the time. I get that. I get maybe that guy's like, well, this is like the first time the Dolphins have visited in like 8 years or something like that. But when your team is 0-6 and about to be 0-7, yeah, you know, I'll wait another 8 years and see if they're good the next time they come around, you know, or I'll move to a different city, or I'll visit I'll visit them someplace else or what have you. Like, no, wait, no, don't go watching the Dolphins now. Do not do that. Okay, if I as a human being, I recommend not watching the Dolphins in person for any reason whatsoever. Just for the good of your health, unless, and like I said, unless you are looking for comedy beyond all words. Like if you're looking to laugh at a sporting event, go see a Dolphins game. But if, like, the guy that they showed on screen there looked like he was taking it seriously, that holy crap. So all right, so I started this and you'll see it on the screen here. I started this this Madden 98 Sega Genesis game at the beginning of this stream, and now that this football game is almost over, that football game on the screen finished before the actual Monday Night Football game, and it's looking like the Steelers are going to get a double whammy today. At least the Dolphins put up a fight in the other game, 76-72. Gosh, hold on. Let me grab my controller and see the stats on this game. 1 second. Oh crap! I think I missed it. All right, whatever. I'll just put a random. I'll just set it to go just to finish out the stream. But yeah, the Steelers are gonna get a double whammy today with with a win on Monday Night Football and a win on the Sega Genesis Sports Goofs stream. So if you're a Steelers fan, you gotta feel pretty good about that. Oh gosh. Okay, so okay. But yeah, we got the World Series tomorrow, and that's really the big thing after this. I'm hoping the World Series just ends. I really don't want to see any more of the misery that the Nationals are being put through. I think it's time that the Astros just need to take him out back and grab a Colt 45 and put old Yeller down. That's what should be happening right now. And if you're a good sports fan, you'll recognize the reference that I made there. Of course, the Houston Astros used to be the Houston Colt 45s. So double whammy there. Double whammy. So, hold on. Let me see what's going on in the world of wrestling because Monday Night Raw is going on. And I'm assuming our good buddy Charles is doing that. And once again, everybody, Sports Goofs watch stream today is being sponsored by the Astro Gaming A40TR headset. It's comfortable, it's durable, it's audio's of the highest of qualities, and it's customizable. So if you haven't gotten one, go get one. Sports Goofs is we are gamers and we enjoy good audio. Good audio is a fantastic thing, especially a headset, so you can communicate with your buddies. If you're playing, well, a lot of people are playing right now Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or if you're playing a little Madden 98 on the Sega Genesis, even though it's not online activated, nor I don't think anybody who's playing it even owns a Sega Genesis now. But yeah, Astro Gaming A40TR headset. Thank you for sponsoring the Sports Goofs watch stream. All right, so 2 minutes left here in this game. It's just a matter of the Dolphins going downfield, and I mean the Steelers can just kind of let the Dolphins do their thing here. This guy's gonna run it back, and he's pushed out of bounds. Gosh. Anyways. What was gonna say? I was talking about the World Series. I'm trying to think of who could be the World Series MVP at this point. I mean, Garrett Cole pitched a brilliant game yesterday. But Jordan Alvarez had himself a game yesterday as well. I mean, what kind of pass was that, Ryan Fitzpatrick? Okay. So if I look at here, so let me see here. Okay, so people are getting angry here. at the ending to Raw. So a lot of people are not happy with this. I'm going to assume Charles is going to complain about it. I think Charles is going to complain about it. As people are complaining about this here, Raw, this is the most mind-numbing, boring segment storyline in WWE history. My God, it's just so cringe. Who the F wrote this? And, welp, it's time to end Raw.
Now that's concentration.
Gosh. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So I look at these tweets when, cause on our Sports Goofs Twitter page, because we have a resident wrestling guru. We of course get the moments and event updates here. So I always look at them to see what's going on, even though I don't completely understand it. Just because I need to know how Charles is going to react for that week, and it's looking because Charles' reactions are usually in line with the majority of fans' reactions on WWE here on Twitter. So is that? Wait, hold on, wait a second.
And it's good.
Okay, sorry, I thought I saw something really. Really weird. Okay, so
What a hit.
never mind. I thought I saw something weird. Um. Anyways, I'm just going down the tweets here, so.
Incomplete.
People are saying 50 minutes into Raw, and I've nodded off more times than Ric Flair at an airport bar. So people are not happy with these storylines.
You'll remember that number.
Patrick, 0-6 lifetime against the Steelers.
Okay.
Play this team. It's Miami's 10th straight loss. 0-7.
All right. So that's it, everybody.
Boom. What a hit.
Okay. So that's the end of the game. The Dolphins lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The tank remains intact. So the Cincinnati Bengals cannot get too comfortable. And once again, we will be having a tank bowl on Sunday. The New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Andrew and Freddie, for popping in there. Thank you to Astro for their gaming headset and sponsoring our stream today. This is Sports Goofs, and we will see you guys on Wednesday for Sports Goofs 40. Adios.
Touchdown. Set. Red. Hut. Hut. And it's good.